Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We are back on our Awakend today. Shout out to fellow anti-mlm creator Tish over at Echo. Her channel is always listed in my description. She was nice enough to share this corporate Awakend call with some other anti-mlm creators, and I've decided that it's time to do another reaction to Awakend. I don't think we have reacted to a new Awakend call here on my channel since they had their Awakend kickoff convention event and announced their new brain tap offering. So this should definitely be interesting. If you're not familiar with Awakend, I have done quite a few videos on them, which I will link in the description. I have a whole playlist on just Awakend. They are known as a weight loss MLM. They're kind of newer. They started with the weight loss pill called Zenith. This was supposed to level off your leptin levels and whatnot and make you lose weight and all of those things. And in my opinion, it's a placebo effect. They still have this product, but they have, since they had their Awakend kickoff event, released a few new products called Uplift, Unwind, and Brain Tap. And it's just, or Awakened Mind is what they call it, but it was originally called Brain Tap. So it's all very interesting. Disclaimer, I did not watch this video yet, but there will very likely be talk about things that may bring up feelings on disordered eating or body dysmorphia, things of that nature. So if that affects you in any way, please protect your mental health. I do have a whole playlist with videos that do not include any type of diet talk or anything like that. I will link that playlist up here in the corner for you so you can go and watch those videos while I talk a bunch of shit and not have any negative effects on your mental health. So if that's you, I'll see you over there. If not, let's get into it.
Are in the final week of the qualifying for the Costa Rica trip. I believe, Scotty, how many days are left?
We have got 2 days, ends on Friday night.
2 days left to qualify. So many of you are right there, so close. And I wanted to make sure that you understood it's 2 days. It's not too late. You can make the...
Okay, so we are starting off strong. They're starting with obviously talking about their incentive trip to Costa Rica. So let's read what that says. Starting January 2nd, 2023 until April 14th, 2023, you'll earn points when you enroll a new member with any Founders Pack, Essential, Premier, and Elite. And then each Founder Pack has a different amount of points. I may have already read this on a different video, but I don't really remember. For every 10 bottles of Zenith that you sell, apparently you get 10 points. If you upgrade anyone to a Founders Pack, you earn additional points. And then it says if you're a founding member, you will automatically earn additional points when you enroll a new member with any Founders Pack, Essential, Premier, and Elite. So they earn additional points on top of the base points. It says also if you are a founding member, you will earn an additional 5 points for every 10 bottles sold. Minimum requirement of selling 100 Founders Packs. Oh man, my apologies. Our vacuum is on a schedule and he just woke up to vacuum. So if you hear that in the background, I'm very sorry. Minimum requirements of selling 10 Founders Packs has been updated to the following. Minimum of 100 points per distributorship is required to be considered eligible.
Run, it's going to be an incredible trip, epic, if you will. And you can see that the leaders on the leaderboard are also making it to this trip. So it pays to build your business. You get to make some great cash along the way and some great memories. We are excited to go to Costa Rica. Thanks for everybody that's on the leaderboard. You can see these names up here. I will say that you need to hit 100 points to make sure if somebody falls out and can't go, that you are in the running. So even though you might not be in the top 15, you can see it goes all the way down to Emily Jackson and Mike Amato who have made the trip. If you're close, keep pushing because there probably could be some openings. So make the run. You got 2 days. Incredible trip to be on. The Strive for 2 and 5. This is running from March 9th to April 28th, and we have the results in as of March 31st. So if you don't see your name on here and you're like, hey man, I made it, you probably did, but we're only recognizing through the 31st. Take a screenshot of this. Post.
But I don't see Rimka, our friend Stephanie Rimka on here, which is interesting because she's usually on all the lists of earning things. But they start the video off after they show the incentive trip stuff. They do all of their recognition BS. So that's how they start it. I'm going to skip through that because it's kind of boring. They just name people off and we just don't need to hear that. We've got things to do, right?
Scotty, let's go to exactly how you earn in the Strive for 2 and 5. Keep in mind, this is a simple promotion. Every time you sponsor 2 members, you receive a $100 bonus. If you get 5 customers who purchase 1 bottle, they could either be retail or preferred customers, either one. You also get $100. And if anyone on your team does both of those, signs up 2 new members and gets 5 customers, you get $100. So could it be any easier? Fast cash, get ready. You saw that people are doing it. Teams are growing. Couldn't be more excited. All right. We have, yes, the rank advancement rally. 2 more days of this as well. This is the last week that you can look back for 7 weeks and count all that volume towards your rank. So if you're looking at your back office and you see that you're close to a rank, make the run now. You've got 2 days of business to be able to go out, finish up your qualifications. The computer's going to look back for 7 weeks instead of 5 rolling weeks. This is the last chance at it. We've seen so many of you break new ranks. This has been fantastic. And we want you to take advantage of the last one and recognize you when you come to Charleston at that rank. So
it looks like this call is from before the convention. So we probably won't hear anything about uplift or unwind. But, you know, there's bound to be some other cringe in here somewhere.
Not too late. Keep in the hunt there, and you're doing fantastic. The last week of the rank advancement rally. All right. So our next, congratulations to everyone, by the way. So happy to see so many of you taking advantage of the promotions, earning the extra dollars, breaking the new ranks, and seeing your teams grow. That's exciting for us back at corporate. I will tell you, we have been so blessed to have fantastic leaders, and we have been able to work very closely with our advisory council, and those leaders have been so helpful in making sure that we stay in real close contact as field and corporate work together to create the best opportunity for all of us. And we could not really do it without your input. It's really a partnership between us, and we're so grateful for that. I can tell you, I've worked with lots of leaders over the years, and so many of them have taught me so much, but I have never worked with a group that has so much experience and understands how to build and has so many good insights for us. And we are so blessed at Awakend to have those. Right at the top, we have Emily Jackson and Mike Amato, our triple black diamonds, who broke in the very first month of business as triple black. They built one of the largest organizations, and both of them are just fantastic human beings. And we wanted to have them on tonight. So welcome both, Emily and Mike. Are you here?
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
Emily doesn't know where the mute button is.
We need to see
Zoom.
I struggled to get her made as a co-host. Danielle, can I call you a lifeline and help me out there?
Emily's now the
It's all
co-host.
done. She did it. He did it.
There you
I
go.
got it.
Hey guys, thank you for having us.
Hi. Okay, should we just go? We're gonna go for it?
What are we saying? What are we doing?
I don't even know where you are. Okay, I am Emily Jackson. I do most of the talking, and then
She does.
and then we fight for airtime. This is my partner, Mike Amato. He's got 27 years experience in this industry. And when I have a question in here, he hates when I say this, but he really is. He's like a guru in this industry. He knows what he's talking about. I know. I'm born and raised in Texas. I'm a single mom, 3 kids, 2 dogs. I live in my car doing carpool. And, you know, this is my second company to get to the top. And I've never done network marketing before. So if that gives you any hope, as someone who, you know, didn't know what they were doing and just put their heart into it, you can do it. So tonight we're going to talk about creating successful habits. And these are things that Mike and I do on a daily basis. And we teach our team to do the same. So I know number one is, and just, we're going to give you some tough love. We'll soften it a little bit, not like we give to our team, but we usually, we tell it to you straight. So one, get active. Guys, log in your back office every single day and make sure that you have PV. You know, a lot of people, I keep hearing like, oh, I have so many bottles and so this. And to be honest, it's inventory. It's your business. I run a clothing company and I have a ton of overhead. I have clothing, we have lease space, we have, you know, insurance, taxes, you name it. We have employees. My only overhead in this business is to make sure that I am active, whether that's my own bottle on auto ship or 2 customers. It's called the rules of the game. And that is it. That is my only expense in this. And I can do that, right? 135 or 270 every single month, depending on your rank. I make sure that we are active, even if we have 15 bottles. 2, I know Mike doesn't have anything to add there, but set a goal that has the inability to fail. Okay. And when I say that, I think a lot of people jump in and they're like, I'm going to go for 20 no's, or I'm going to talk to, 20 people a day. And the minute you don't hit that goal, you start to not hit that goal every day. And I think if you do something that's attainable, even if it's 30 minutes in your business a day, or it's talking to 3 people, whether that's one team member you've already signed up or 2 new members, make a goal that you can hit that is attainable every single day for success, and do it. If you're going to work.
I need to acknowledge the puppy that just came in the back of this and went under the chair. I see you, and you're cute.
You're going to take off Sundays, say you're going to work 6 days a week, and do something in your business every day. Until you have a team, really, you're the person that is doing all the running, right? So until you have a team, you're going to dedicate to doing that stuff every day. So Mike, you're the best at this because you say that I'm ignorance on fire. So will you kind of like talk about momentum and?
Yeah, Neil, you're actually a perfect example of ignorance on fire.
Just the ignorance part. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, that part. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. This is a momentum business.
Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. I'm sorry, sir, but I have to disagree with you when you're talking about people's financial and physical health, because that's basically what they're talking about.
And when you first join this business, the thing you want to set in motion is momentum. And if you're, going to Staples and you're doing all this stuff that you think is working on your business.
What the f are you doing at Staples?
Or you're studying the compensation plan, or you're trying to know every little facet about the product or whatever. Guys, if you ask me right now, put a gun and tell me to recite what this product is from start to finish, you'd have to pull the trigger, because I basically know what this about this product to know that it's hot, it's patented. We have clinical trials, and I know enough about the infrastructure and the top tier of this company to know that I want to run with it. And you know what? That's what I share. I share the vision of our company, right away. So I don't need to know all the innuendos of the compensation plan. Let's face it, if you've been in this industry for a while, most compensation plans are comparable, okay? They only can pay out so much. So studying all the, the nuances of the compensation plan for the first week, you do that in your spare time. The first week or two, you want to set your business into massive momentum. And the way to do that is to literally pick up the phone and talk to some of the people who would potentially run with you. If you're not new in the business, you know who those people are. If you're brand new in the business, you still know who those people are. You know the people who will actually run with you, the people that you call to go to the nightclub with you. Those are the ones, or the restaurant with you. Those are the ones that'll run with you.
So what they're talking about here is the people who will run with you and will fall for your recruitment tactics, we'll say.
Those are the ones that we go after. And that's what Emily and I did. She's an incredible example because...
Go after them. Go after them. Go scam the hell out of them.
I met her in the last company, and she's never done network marketing before. And she was one of the fastest diamonds in the company. And she did it completely with ignorance on fire.
This is a problem, sir. Mr. Mike Amato. So not knowing every little thing about the product is one thing. Like, you're not going to know every little thing off the top of your head. Most likely. At least I'm not. But you should have an idea of the compensation plan when you are going out and trying to recruit people. You can't just guess numbers. You have to give them something. I would compare it to a pharmaceutical rep sales position. Somebody who's getting recruited for that job, somebody who's taking that job isn't going to sign on without understanding how they are getting paid, what they are getting paid, the amount of sales they have to meet for each month, the percentage they'll receive, the set amount of pay, whatever it is. They are going to want to know that, and most likely they are not going to take the job without knowing those things. So this should fall into the same bucket. Like, you are recruiting people to sell your product, but it's an MLM, and in my opinion, the only reason you're recruiting people is so that they can recruit more people, but that's beside the point. But you're recruiting people to sell the product, but you're not even giving them what they're being paid, the information about the product. So what exactly are you giving them? Are you just giving them the fluff and the hype? Because that's what it sounds like.
She didn't know even anything about the compensation plan, I think, until she hit almost diamond in the company.
Oh my God. This is so bad. This is worse than the new products. Okay, so he's bragging on this other woman that we're hearing from, Emily, who I'm not sure what company they were in before, but he's bragging on her, saying that she made it to the top of the company with ignorance on fire. She didn't know anything about the compensation plan. What? Excuse me, sir. That is not something we should brag about.
So, it just shows you just a good...
All those things are good. It's good to know the compensation.
It is good to know, but what I'm saying in the first week or two, you get to know those things, but you got to start rocking and rolling and getting that momentum going. Once you get that momentum, you got to breathe, and then you start, studying the little innuendos of the company. So.
Yes, totally. And that's the thing. It's not indicative of your success if you don't know what adiponectin is, but these things are good. What you want to do is immerse yourself into the company. I am on every call when I join. I don't care what I'm doing. You will never hear out of my mouth, is that recorded? Never. I am stirring spaghetti, listening to it, feeding dogs, driving carpool at football games. I am hungry for this. You cannot make people be hungry on your team. You can bring them, you can recruit, you can show them what you see. If they don't see what you see, you continue on and stay in phase one, as John Forston likes to say, right? Because always stay in phase one. You can't make them see what you see. So as long as you're continuing on to do what you're going to do, listen to every call, absorb the information. Yes, you do not have to know the comp plan in and out every cranny. You'll see that as you get a paycheck. Know some product, have some talking points, call your sponsor to get on a three-way with you. But that's what you want to do is literally, if I heard Danielle talk 2 or 3 times, and I knew I had the confidence of what to say of the product. And that's what you do. When you hear your sponsor on a three-way.
Cliff note version.
Yes, 2 or 3 times, it will come to you and you will have that confidence. So speaking of prospecting, this is something that, we talked about the other day. I think we talked about Pyland, who's going to be on this call. Know your prospect. Okay. Yeah. This company, we have so many customers, and this product alone is going to be, get customers like crazy. But when I come in, I get my people that I am going to run with, that I cannot wait to call and join this business with me. And I want them up close to me. I didn't think, hey, it's a weight loss. I better go find all my overweight friends. No, that is going to be, you're going to help a lot of people doing that, but that's not how you grow this business, right? Awakend is a company unlike any other out there. And that is what drew us in. When Danielle we had a first call with Danielle, we knew that the vision of the company was different. They don't just want you to come in and sell product. They actually care about you. You are not just a number here. They know your name. So I want you guys to know that, so that you realize when you're talking to people, you're talking about Awakend. You're giving them a gift of financial freedom. You're offering them this company that no one else has. And do we have products? Amazing product. They're viral. They're easy to talk about. They're proven, right? So you can say all these things.
Yeah, we are. I think I really love the fact that, and I say this as part of, when you get with a company, you always got to create your unique selling proposition. Aside from the fact that our leadership is fantastic, and that's really the reason that we joined, not just about the product, but we also have, like Emily said, we have the new era of network marketing is going to be exclusivity. Exclusivity meaning that you can't go to Amazon, you can't go to eBay or Walmart or Target to get our products. Okay, I'll be honest. Amazon did a job on this business because most companies have Me Too products. They're just the repackaged, renamed stuff that you can get anywhere else. Our mission and our goal is to create products that are unique, that are very easy to share, that are viral, and that are exclusive to us. And you know what that does? That helps make the brand new person who's never been involved in this business have a shot to succeed. Because when they're talking to somebody brand new, they will be able to tell them about this product, and their prospect can't say, well, I can go get the same thing on Amazon. They can't do that, which opens the door for that person. They say, look, we're the only ones who have this product. You can't go anywhere else. So when it's an opportunity that helps the new person be able to succeed, that's what's really super attractive to me. Besides all the other stuff, that's very attractive to me. And right now, that's why I've switched gears and what I was doing actually, and I'm all in on this company because of that. So.
And kind of to roll off of that and the product and stuff. And when you're talking to people, you guys, and this is something that a light bulb went off for me one day, they don't buy the product, they buy you. So when you're talking to people, use your story. You guys, I am a recovered alcoholic. I'm 19 years sober. I am a dropout of college, and yet I built a multi-million-dollar fashion company on true grit. And that is what I do here. Use your story, relate to people. People don't expect anybody to be perfect. And that is what you're doing, right? I'm doing this so I can support my kids. I get no help.
I hate when they use this tactic of use your story, like use any hard time you went through to recruit people. Like when there's money involved and there is something as vulnerable as being an alcoholic or being depressed or anything like that, like you should never use it to financially benefit in this way. It's absolutely sickening to see this. I've seen MLM representatives do this so often, like recovering alcoholics, recovering addicts of any kind. I've seen so many people in MLMs use this tactic to recruit, and I think it's just a dangerous road to go on. You're at that point, you can kind of say you're messing with somebody's sobriety or somebody's recovery in whatever form it is. And in my opinion, it should just not be allowed ever in MLMs or anywhere for that matter, but specifically MLMs, because you see it happen so often, and it's a very dangerous route to take.
So if you change, there's just a little mindset change in you to, hey, they want to be a part of me, and change that to how can I help you? A lot of people are so concerned right now, and we all are, we want our businesses to grow, but you know, in a binary, you have two legs. It is so important not to just focus on that lesser volume leg and to help everybody on your team. You'll understand the check match part of that as time goes on. But if you do change that to how can I help people, it will change your mindset into growing your team. And for me, that's been a game changer. We talk to our downline, our members, our partners, every single day, everybody. It doesn't matter where you are. We really do check in. Oh, yay. But that part is part of it. And the only other thing I really wanted to hit on, then I'm sure Mike has something, we're probably, I don't know, out of time, is my biggest thing for people is I need the product to work for me. What brought me in, because I didn't really have any weight to lose at the time, is that I knew that clinical trials were an anomaly for a supplement. They really were. And to have a clinical trial and a patented product, it was like bar none. Okay, we have proof that it works. We have testimonials that it works. And I love to use this analogy because probably Mike's heard it too many times, but I go back to my sister who was 22 graduating OU, and she was #1 in her company in pharmaceutical sales. She sold blood pressure medicine at 22 years old. She never once took it, but she knew what it did. It had clinical trials, and she went to the top of the company. You can do that too. You're going to have people that can't take it. That is why it's so important to talk about our company, that we are a home here for people. You don't have to wait for what it's doing for you. It will work. It's working for a lot of people. Have we gone through the bumps and bruises? Yes, but we are on a smooth sailing path now, and it's super exciting to watch things just grow, the momentum coming and that kind of thing. So,
yeah. I think it's really important also to roll off of that, to know your prospects. Okay. There's a couple of different ways. I find that, this going back to what Emily just said, that, before that, she just didn't join the company going after all her overweight friends. Okay. If you're here as a member, and I would imagine most of you on this call, or not all of you on this call, are here to build your business. You have to look at it as somewhat like a franchise structure. Okay. And you're going to have to know your prospect. If you're talking to somebody at the gym and they're just, hey, you look great, you lost all this weight, sure, share your website, and let them know what the product's all about. But if you want to build your team, okay, just imagine if everybody on your team went out and got 5 members and 10 customers. If that was your only job, and I don't care how long it took to get 5 members that duplicated, getting 5 members and 10 customers, think about that. People work 40 years, 50 years at a job. Is a lot more in depth than that. So that should be your goal. Listen, this is not just a throw it against the wall and see what sticks business. It's not just a quantity business, it's a quality business. You do not need hundreds of people that you have to sponsor just to create a substantial income. I've been in this industry for 27 years. I don't think I've ever sponsored more personally than like 60 people. Okay. And the reason is because I take some of those 60 people and I know the ones that will help you build, and then I cultivate them. And now you got to build that strong foundation by training them and making sure.
Cultivate them into the cult. So he's like saying all of the quiet parts out loud, and I'm just loving it. I'm letting it ride.
Sure that you're kind of building that family and showing them what to do in the steps. Don't just love them and leave them in this business. You got to build a solid business. But if you can just make that your goal and get 5 members who will duplicate 5 members and 10 customers, you guys won't believe the difference in your business in a year. It will just absolutely explode. Seriously, duplication is like crazy. And that's not really not obtainable for a lot of people if you think about it. Right?
No, that's actually a really good goal.
Yeah.
I like it. We should use that. So the last thing that really I want to talk about, and I know I gave a shout out to Jay Forston, just about being in phase 1. What's the saying? The speed of the leaders.
I don't know. Jay's my mentor. Jay's my mentor. So like he's got so many good sayings. I don't even know.
Jay was talking about you can't expect from your leader what you aren't doing. So, I mean, you can't expect from your team what you as a leader are not doing. And that is the truth. We are constantly recruiting. I think I brought in 17 customers last week. We are not in management mode. We are helping others. So you know,
Constantly recruiting so that your recruits recruit more. Like FTC, paging FTC. There's nothing left to, like, what the They're saying it out loud. They are showing it. They are showing it everywhere.
I encourage you guys to emulate that. If you want your team to grow and be on fire, you do it too. So
Last thing I will say,
Go ahead, I'm
before, I don't know how much time we got. I want to wrap. I want to indoctrinate.
get 5 seconds. Go ahead.
Guys, listen, this is so important. I see so many people in this business completely complicate the crap out of it. Okay. You know,
Yes.
we are in an extremely simple business, and it's simple. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, I call it the 4 gets, because I say you can't forget the 4 gets. Okay.
I do that.
One is get in. Everyone on this call is already in. Okay. The second is to get on, become a product of the product. Guys, I don't care if you got 100 bottles in your cupboard. That's part of the rules of the game. That's the rent you pay. You figure out a way to use those bottles to promote your business. Okay. And then,
That's the rules of the game, and that's the rent you pay. That's also called inventory loading, and the FTC, at the very least, frowns upon it. So, Mike, I'm not sure that you are qualified to be teaching people how to run a business.
then 3 is get others to do the same 2 steps. 27 years I've been doing this business. That's all it's been. Get on, get others,
Somebody forgot the 4 gets.
get in, get on, get others. And guess what the 4th caveat is get paid. So, you know, that's really the function of this business. And if you keep it that simple and you don't start complicating it and thinking, oh gosh, I got this product, now I got to go see every doctor that I know or every gym owner that I know. No, you just have to basically, if you're going to build this organization, it's get in, get on, get others, and guess what? You get paid. If you keep it that simple, because that's all this business is. I don't care any way you want to spin it. It always comes down to that. So hopefully that helps a few people simplify it in their minds, because it did me a long time ago.
Thank you, Michael.
Oh, you're welcome, Emily.
That's all we got.
That's it.
I love that. I was hurrying and taking notes. I haven't heard those G's before. That's awesome.
That's
I'm really-
special just to our team. We're sharing that before getting. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
that's patented and it's got clinical trials.
Clinical trials.
Yeah, it's trademark, patented, etc. First of all, I want to thank you for the belief. I want to thank you for the tough love, for the inspiration. Thank you both for being on tonight. Can't thank you enough. You are the perfect leaders to join us tonight. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate you, Scott. Appreciate you all for having us. Thank you so much.
You bet. You bet. All right. Well, we have a few more folks, and it gets better and better. So I want to bring on, she's my running partner. Oh, I think I've got, oh, there we go. I had you spotlighted for a second. She's my running partner. She's my boss. She's many, many things, but to you, she's a founder, Danelle Meoli.
Thank you guys. I don't even think of myself as your boss, because you are the boss. You get stuff done. You're an incredible running partner, and I'm thrilled to have you. So let's talk really quickly. Why do I see myself like huge on the screen? That was odd.
I spotlighted you. I'm giving you the spotlight.
Yeah, I'm used to like a little thumbnail. All right, I want to read some rank breaks, because we apologize to these individuals who did not get their slides up today. We did not put your slides up from the rank breaks that ended on March 31st. So if you are on right now and your name is Jennifer Lynn, congratulations on Sapphire. We will be putting your slide up next week with the other people that hit this current week. So Jennifer Lynn, congratulations on Sapphire. Bobby Smith, congratulations on hitting Ruby. That's a big deal as well. Trina Lavoie, she went from Ruby to Diamond. Literally, I got the message, so did Scotty, that she hit Ruby. I wrote down that I was going to call her, and instead found out she hit Diamond literally that day. And Kara, or Kara, forgive me, Kara Jefferson, Khara, hit Sapphire. So this was all the rank breaks for the week of 3/31. But I am going to jump ahead, because sorry, I can't, you guys, if you don't know me, I don't do surprises. If you tell me you have a surprise for me, then I need to know immediately. I can't wait. If you don't tell me and you surprise me, that's fine. But now that I know who broke rank this week, I'm going to give those names, and we'll have all the slides next week. So you're all getting double the fanfare. And so for this week ending 4/6, we're on last week ending 4/6, sorry. Candace Chapman hit Sapphire. Congratulations. Charles Smith hit Sapphire. Week ending 4/6. Christine McDonald hit Sapphire. Look at all these rank breaks. And David Harden hit Ruby. So lots and lots of rank breaks. Really excited. So if you didn't hear your name tonight, we apologize sincerely. We will have all of your faces up in lights and your names next Wednesday evening. Yes. So that's that. Can we get to slides? Because it's weird looking at myself. Thank you. It's so weird. It's like being in the mirror, getting ready. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit tonight. We have some incredible guests, but we did have Emily and Mike who gave you guys such gold.
I feel sad for her. You can tell, like, she, first of all, won't show herself on camera unless she has makeup on, allegedly, from what I understand. And you can tell she's very uncomfortable on camera. So that kind of makes me sad. Like, she is gorgeous. She doesn't even need makeup, and she'd be gorgeous, but.
I watched Emily and her energy and listened to her, and I was like, she sounds like me when I was in the field, because that's how I trained people. It's that don't make excuses. If you're stirring the spaghetti, get on and listen, right? Get things done at the same time. Do your carpools, but don't make your business a side business. Make it a multi-million-dollar business in your head and treat it like that way before it becomes one. That's how I treated my business from day one. I was ignorance on fire, Mach 2 with my hair on fire. So I resonated with that fully. Mike and I and Emily and I became good friends in our previous company, and they're literally some of the best leaders I've ever worked with. And what I love about them is they gave you all the meat and none of the hype. What they told you, if you really listened, go back to this recording and take notes. They told you how to get to the top. And for Emily to make it to the top of 2 companies, having just gotten in the industry, you have 0 excuses. Single mom, what did she say? 3 kids, 2 dogs, and she's got a hugely successful business she runs. I don't know anyone that's as busy as her, me, and a few others, right? So think about it. If you do what they taught you and you go and keep doing it over time, what did we say today, Scotty? Eating an elephant, it's 1 bite at a time. If you want to do something massive in this industry, it's a little bit every day. It's disciplining yourself to not unplug and take time off. So amazing leaders, top of the company, helping lead the way, and we adore them.
I'm feeling a Schitt's Creek moment. Like, I have never heard so many wrong things consecutively in a row. So-and-so has dogs and people and kids and all of this and all of that, and she's doing it, so you have no excuse. That is bullshit. Everybody has different levels of tolerance for this bullshit. And even if you have no kids and no dogs, you may not have time to run this type of business where you have to be recruiting. Also, encouraging people to stay plugged in and not take time off is one of the most unhealthy things I have ever heard a business leader say.
3-step system, really simple. Just want to refresh your memories. It's peak interest, send a link. The link does the sponsoring. Don't listen to anyone tell you that you should go talk for an hour to someone. This is a business of duplication. And this is a business where if you do it right, you don't need a ton of time. You just need to do the right income producing activities every day, rinse and repeat, and keep going. It's the little things that you do every day, the little disciplines over and over that allow your business to grow substantial volume. So it's step 1, peak interest appropriately. Ask your upline what their favorite opening lines are. We're going to have that on stage in Charleston. One of our questions to a couple of our top leaders is, what is your favorite line to peak interest? You're going to learn that in Charleston. So if you haven't signed up, hop in the car, get there, hop on a plane and get there. You're going to learn gold. That's where I've learned all the gold in the industry, is from listening to people who were bigger than me, better than me. And I was super coachable and still am. Step 2, you send a link, whatever that.
Just hop on a plane. It doesn't cost thousands of dollars.
That link is. I like a certain link. Some people have other links, doesn't matter. Use a link that is tried and true that your upline has used to build their business. Then there's no question it's a great link to send. Step 3. You collect a decision, but don't collect it without your upline. If you don't know who your mentor is, if you don't know who your upline is, you are responsible for reaching out to corporate, reach out to me, reach out to Scotty, reach out to someone. We will find your upline. Many of you have great uplines and don't even know it, and you haven't leveraged them. Don't go it alone. This industry is a business of team building. So shareables, let's talk about that for a minute, Scotty. We have great shareables for you. And there's lots of team leaders that have created their own. We're putting more together for you. We just did quite a photo shoot in multiple areas of the country. You guys are going to get certain snippets of that to use to build your business after we are done in Charleston, but you'll see all the video footage there. And so we've got videos, we've got before and afters. We've got the 45-second, which is really a minute-long video. Thank you, Scotty, for reminding me. We've got that new 1-minute video. Do we have the link of what that is? Is it it's not your epic transformation, because that's can someone drop the link in the chat, Scotty, or someone we want to show you that new 1-minute peak interest video. Okay. And peaking, believe it or not, is P-I-Q-U-I-N-G. Yes, I was a spelling bee winner for the majority of my childhood. So it's peak. A lot of you say P-E-A-K. It's P-I-Q-U-E. And all my grammar lovers are right now saying, yes, Danielle, thank you.
But these are her slides. So probably should have proofread them if if you're going to go correcting people.
AMT method. AMT method is really truly the old ATM method that another company came up with that I leveraged in my last company and built it to multiple 7 figures with the ATM method. However, because Facebook has changed the rules, it's actually add the person to the testimonial page, which is Z Transformations. If you're not using this method, you are missing out, okay? Add people 5 a day max to the Z Transformation page. Forget the Z community for right now. The Z community is after they're in, when we want to help them get the best results on our products and get healthy and feel good. That is not the group you should be piquing interest in. You pique interest in Z Transformations, okay? Z Transformations is where you add 5 prospects a day. Then you message them privately through text, private message, whatever you'd like, and say, hey, I sent you an invite. You probably got pinged on your phone from Facebook and got a notification that yours truly tried to invite you to a page. Until you join, you're not going to see this. And then you drop a picture of a before and after of either you or someone in our company from the Z Transformation page, and you show them what they're going to get a sneak peek of there, what they'll get in the transformation page. That gets most prospects to actually go, all right, I'll join. And
It's like she knows people are already annoyed. Like, all right, I'll join. Like, they're annoyed already. So you're making them come and see everybody's transformation. It's annoying.
And then when you know that you've gotten the notification that they've actually accepted and joined a group, then you tag them in 1 or 2 of your favorite testimonials that you know have helped you to close business. Guys, I built literally, Mike, Emily, if you're still there and you can unmute, how fast did our groups grow? We had a girls group and a men's group, right? Girl and guy group. Beth, you were there. We went to 500,000 people in those groups almost overnight. Went into massive momentum because we were ad tag messaging. But now it's add, message, tag. You cannot tag in the groups until you've messaged them and they've accepted. It's just a new rule from Facebook. Please teach your groups the ATM method. It's an incredible way to get your prospect to get dripped on every day slowly. We put new content up. And if you haven't put up your testimonial in the Z Transformation page or your most up to date, please do. We have so many people going, wow, look at Eric. Eric, I want to say his last name is Alber. I could be wrong. Albert. He's one of ours that's the before and after that's in our Z Transformation page, but he's also on our 1-minute video now that I just mentioned. He just put up day 117. So he showed his before, he showed his day 90, and he recently updated it and even more incredible results. Congratulations to Eric. He's doing it right. He's a product of the product. He's updating his photos and he's dropping them where he should so that you guys can leverage his results to build your business. So thank you, Eric. Thank you to Christine Cody. Thank you to Heather Gilbert and all the leaders who are continually taking good pictures and posting their results. We need your stories. Stories sell. You don't need to sell, right? You're sharing the information with people will spark the excitement. So that's the AMT method. If you've never learned it or never used it, you have no idea how much easier it is to build using the AMT. Last but not least, I'm going to smack you guys around a little because that's what I do. I got to be Mama D right now, as Rodney called me. So compliance. We want world-class compliance in our company and we will have it. And we are working on launching a few different programs. We have an AI program coming that will scour the internet for things that are being posted that are not compliant to keep our company, our brand, and your businesses safe. Please do not be offended if anyone messages you and says, hey, that's not okay. That's not accurate. Please also keep your eyes and ears out for non-compliant posts. Thank you to everyone who reaches out. You're not tattletales. You're protecting the house. Yes, Susan, protecting the brand. But what we'd like you to do is know that we're putting a video together. I'm not so sure how soon it'll be ready, probably sometime in mid-May. We've got the convention 2 weeks away, but we're gonna have a video that you just see when you enroll that says, hey, here's the things you should and shouldn't say. Here are the things we recommend and don't recommend because we wanna teach your people out of the gate how to stay compliant. More importantly, there are things that are absolutely a no-no. Medical claims are a no-no. Referring to our product as a dupe or a replacement for a pharmaceutical, an absolute no. We have to comply with local and federal laws. And I'm sorry if some of you get hurt by it. It is not personal. I have been dinged over the years in companies, right? Who hasn't been dinged for saying something dumb? We know you don't mean it, but we want to make sure that you guys know that compliance is critical so that this brand is here for many decades, right? So we're not building this to be a pop and drop. We're building this to be absolutely here for our kids and grandkids. And I'm super proud of everything you're putting out there, guys. For the majority of it has been fabulous and compliant.
They have a list of things, aside from like the FDA things and the regular medical things, they have a list of things in this MLM which is multi-level marketing, that tells you what you can and cannot say. And then they proceed to tell you that this is your business. No, it's not. If it was your business, again, aside from the legal medical things that you can and cannot say, you would be able to say whatever you wanted to say.
But misinformation does duplicate down, right? And so I just want to make sure you guys all keep your eyes and ears open and gently say to someone, hey, I don't think that's correct, or just send it to me or Scotty and we will handle it until we've got that compliance email for you. We'll have an email where you can send it in and just say, hey, I don't know if this looks right. Can you review it? And then we'll get with the person to say, please take it down, please edit it. And then they have the proper information to duplicate down into their group. So I hope that helped. Let's bring on, I think, yes, the 130. So a lot of you have been doing the 130. I'm so proud of you guys. This whole, I guess, campaign, I would call it, that I put together with Scotty is really important. Because what I learned and what I'm going to teach you myself personally in Charleston is how I built a multiple 7-figure business across many countries. And it was really not because I was super bright. I stayed longer than most people. I sucked it up for longer than most people when things got hard, right? That's part of the business is perseverance. But I kept recruiting. I kept building my business. I never slowed down.
She kept recruiting, and that is how she got successful.
Paging for the second time, FTC.
Made sure that I was consistently piquing interest, whether through the internet, right, social media, or through my phone, or a blend of both. And so this 130 just says, share that 1-minute video with 100 people this month. That's all we want you to do. Don't overthink it. Don't do anything to prejudge. It's so important not to prejudge. Just get it to them. And if you read it, it says 10 people a day for 30 days. That's easy. Everyone can do it. Share the link and then remind them that on Tuesday night, they can learn more for 12 to 15 minutes. We will give an overview. Most people don't want to wait. They see the 1-minute video and actually, is that 300? It is 300. We want you to do 300 a month. It is 300. Scotty, you and I have to take a math course. Wait, she's saying
well,
no.
What it is you're inviting numerous, maybe 300. From that, we want to make sure that you're sharing, getting that, because you don't want to share, you don't want to cold share these videos because people are getting marked as spam. People are getting, so you want to share that invite. That's what we talk about. And then when we're sharing, that's where the 100 comes in.
So that 100 would be people who actually receive the link, right?
Correct.
Thank you for all the math. I gave you the grammar lesson. They're giving us the math lesson. So that's so fair. Karma. Love you guys. All right, let's keep going here. But that is a fabulous way to get your team moving because everyone can send out 100 links in 30 days, guys. And then this is our Awakend digital collectibles. I just had the slide redone because I love the look of our NFTs, our digital collectibles. Just know that these go bye-bye at the end of May and you'll never have a chance to be a founder again. So we're going to bring on some founding members, right, that are waiting to share their stories. And we asked them, I handpicked these 3 people. Let's bring on Beth Pyland first. Beth and Andy, great friends out of Atlanta, Georgia. Let's start with Beth. Hi, Beth.
Hello.
Hi. So I miss you. So talk to us about being an elite founder. Talk to us a little bit as we wrap up tonight on why you chose to go elite founder. And let's be really honest with everyone. Your check was going like this. So was mine in a previous company. We all didn't really have money just sitting aside to buy the biggest package, right? But you made a sacrifice. I remember that conversation. You're like, I'm not coming in at anything less.
Right. And that's so interesting. Great lead in, Danielle. And I want to talk to you tonight about what's in it for you. Why be an elite founder? The first thing that I want to, twice a month, usually Danielle is speaking to the elite founders and we have our private Facebook page. That is awesome. And being, like she said, it's about to be over with. And being an elite founder of a company that my personal opinion is going to be a multi-billion-dollar company, you can never go back. There's no wish I woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, all that kind of stuff. But when I'm talking to people about coming in as an elite founder, one thing I talk to them about the benefits of it, but then I say to them, let me just say to you, being paid 5 years as a diamond is unheard of in the industry. Just an amazing thing that I've never heard of anything. And Danielle and Rodney went out on a limb to do that. And it's really, that's powerful. That's powerful. I want to say this to you because we were talking, Danielle was talking about the money situation. It was a stretch for us, for my husband and I. But like I said, we made a way and we found a way. And so many people, 27 years ago, when I got into the industry, I was in a company that had pink Cadillacs. And so there's one thing they wanted us to do. They wanted us to get inventory. And, you know, you do sell them. When women run out of stuff, they want it right then. You know, it wasn't like there was auto ship then. And so I couldn't get a loan. I couldn't get the 20,000 interest. Nobody would give us money. And I went to a person and I talked them into loaning me the money. And at that time, it was about $4,000. So comparably now, it would probably be about $10,000. And I never regretted this. In fact, had I not done that, I'd probably be teaching school today.
How terrible. How terrible would it be if you had to teach school?
The second thing, and nobody asked me to say this, I also had to borrow money to go to our first convention. I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. And I did that too. Had I not done that, I don't think that I would even be in the industry. But to go and be around, you know, the elite people, the leaders of the company, there's no reason why, really, I don't know of anybody that can't talk somebody into it. If you need to know how to talk them into it, you can call me. But
Talk them into, oh my God. I don't even think I needed to provide any kind of commentary with this video.
having done that and become an elite founder, you know, the fact that we're getting to try the new products ahead of time, you know, just being in and hearing the conversation, see this on Facebook, the conversations are different at the top. And I don't regret 1 second of being an elite. It's one of the smartest things I ever did. It's a tax deduction. And I really don't understand, if you're going to build a business, why you wouldn't be an elite founder. You know, upgrade, do whatever it takes, and do it before they're gone.
Now let me unmute there. Thank you so much. Such good stuff. This is the stuff that I call the golden nuggets. And we've got 2 more people that are a husband and wife that I have to say, I don't know if Fred Bailey, if you sing to everyone, and if you say you do, it's going to hurt my feelings. I hope I'm the only one you leave messages for outside of your wife. Missy, I'm all good with that. But I feel special when he sings to me on his voice text, even when it's just about, like, it's all business. He's like, good morning. You know, he just does these things. And I can't not smile when Fred and Missy are around. And I literally, looking at your faces right now, I can't wait to see you in Charleston. And you have a huge team coming. You guys are on fire. You're some of our best leaders. Can't wait to hug and kiss you. But take it home. This is the end of the call. We're going to close out when you're done, but just give them the goods. Why are you elite founders? What's happening in your group? What's the bulletproof mindset you have to have? And do you, most importantly, need to sing to your team to have the success?
Well, I mean, the first thing is you have to get excited, right? That's the most thing. Of all things, get excited, right? Be excited. And so we're always singing to our team. We're always having fun, right? We're always, I'll send Danelle messages singing because I like to control the spirit of my day.
Amen.
Right?
I love it. But Maddie just said you sing to her. It's all over. I'm kidding.
And so why do we become elite founders? Because it was the best opportunity we've ever seen in our life, first and foremost. But my wife's a registered nurse, 22 years, a legal nurse consultant. She does people up every night on Jeopardy, like for nothing, like mops the floor with them. I've literally seen my wife answer the question 5 or 6 times, and the other 3 people ring in and all 3 get it wrong. Like I've seen her do that 6, 7, 8 times. So I'll let her take over and then I'll finish out. But we're just so excited to be here.
Well, you know, when I first saw this, I looked at the patents, I looked at the clinical studies, I really dove in because, you know, with my background, that's what I did. And then we started speaking with you and seeing the vision of the company, that it's not just this one product, which has been fabulous and viral, but it's a plethora of products that are going to be health and wellness based, that are going to be on the natural end of things, which is right up our alley. And so we really loved that. And then when we found out about the Elite Founder, you know, we've been in network marketing for the past 10 years off and on, just depending, you know, and we have seen different comp plans and we've been down different roads. And when we saw the founders packs and the NFTs and the perks that came with that, and when we looked and realized what it meant to be paid as a diamond leader for 5 years.
Whoa.
And I don't know if you realize, I'm sure a lot of you know Tracy Thomas, who is on our team. Tracy is direct to us. She was our first person on our left side, which for us, that is just been gold, because Tracy quickly just built a humongous team. So not only do we have
Amazing.
our direct team, which has tons of rock stars, but Tracy Thomas, Laura Schuler, Maddie Holland. But like, you know, Maddie's enrolled Jennifer Rust, who has been phenomenal. Tracy enrolled Alina Rexta, who has like taken over Canada. For just huge, and they're enrolling diamonds and blue diamonds, and it's just been fabulous. And we are getting paid 15% on everyone direct to us, including Tracy and Laura and Maddie. We're getting paid 10% on everyone that they have enrolled.
Hallelujah.
Alina, Jennifer Rust, all of them, and everyone that they've brought in.
He's like the hype man. What the is happening?
Level 3, we get that 5%. And I'm telling you, we haven't seen anything yet. This check matching has been nice so far, but it is getting ready to go absolutely insane with the new products that we're bringing in. And the way that it seems like the company's going to be bringing out products every quarter, every 6 months or so, it sounds like. It's going to continue to have this amazing, exponential growth with the check matching over and over and over again. So it's really been a blessing. We didn't even really realize what we had when we joined. And when we decided to become founders, we loved all the other perks that Beth mentioned, but really seeing the check matching and the rock stars that we have has been so phenomenal, and seeing the vision of what's to come is just almost mind-boggling for us. Brett and I have children with autism. We have a team full of people that need this. They need an alternative. I'm a nurse. A lot of people are looking for alternatives in their careers. This is it. We have it to offer in just abundance. If you don't have a founders pack, I highly recommend you get one. If you can swing the elite, lock it in for 5 years, go for it, because ours, we more than reimbursed ourselves within the first month, so it's, and it will for a lifetime.
The opportunity to win in these businesses can be difficult.
I'm sorry, I was so distracted by him being the hype man.
You're not in the right structure, you don't have the right pay plan. I got Coach Hills. Do you know why this founders pack is so amazing? Is when you bring people on, you never know who they're going to bring on. Like he said, get them and duplicate them and get them in, get on it. What is it? Get, duplicate, and get paid. So
recruit people so they can recruit people, and then they can recruit people, and everybody's recruiting.
When you're bringing people in and you're 10%, 5%, 15%, like so many, when y'all sat down and thought of this comp plan, y'all really said, hey, you know what? We have to figure out for people when they start these businesses to be able to make money to make it.
Exactly.
Like me and Missy done these businesses before and had big teams and still didn't make no money.
Right.
Like we have been able to come into this business, and because we were elite founders, we've been able to pay our package back, be profitable. I mean, every week is return on investment is profit. You don't see that in this industry. We have people joining our team who's never been profitable before, who's buying infrared saunas for their homes. Like Laura Schuler came on and had done different businesses. She's able to buy it. Like people can come on this business and they can be successful. And when they're making money, because you have the Elite Founders Pack, you're going to make money.
And also the other 2 packs, which the Premier and the Essential.
Absolutely.
And that's
I was
what
just talking about the icing on the cake. I was just, just because, I mean, listen, and really, I want to add this about the Elite Founders Pack. Like, what an amazing opportunity to be able to try the products.
Yes.
Like I'm like, woo, like I've never been a part of something like that. Like you get to say that you're a founder of something. Like when you want to really have your own business, it can be so difficult, right?
Right.
Overhead, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Wow, you're gonna let me be a founder and just share with people and turn around and pay them. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Amazing.
I mean, really.
One last thing. I know we're running over, but one last thing. Give me 30 seconds from each of you on why, when we hit those bumps, what was your mindset, and I already know it, but what was your mindset when things went sideways for us for a bit during pre-launch, which happens in all companies, but it was rough. Why are you still here?
My mindset was the Chinese bamboo tree. You have to plant a seed. I don't know if you know about the Chinese bamboo tree. I'm going real quick. You plant a seed. It takes 5 years to water, fertilize. Somebody comes by, hey, I see you doing it. I don't see no bamboo tree. Me and Missy know that if we keep watering, we fertilize and water and fertilize it. Awaken is our seed. Z was our seed. We're fertile, water, fertile. As we continue to go, these other parts, we're going to sprout out. And when in 5 weeks, we're going 90 feet. I mean, I wasn't worried about, oh, well, when we're having a little hiccup, oh, it didn't rain today. Guess what? I watered myself. That means I keep working my business. I keep talking to people. I keep sharing and I keep caring. Because guess what? I bought an Elite Founders Pack. I mean, for 5 years, that is no time. 5 years can change your life.
Yes.
We're going to do it in a lot faster time than that. We have just gotten started. The hiccups that we've had have been minute to nothing.
Yes. And that's one thing too, with our experience in the business, we have been in businesses that did not have integrity, that would not have done what this company did. Y'all took it on the chin. You stood up and spoke the truth, spoke what happened. And so many.
What truth? So if you're not familiar, the product that Awakend started with is called Zenith, and the studies showing the product to be effective were allegedly doctored. But I'm not sure what they did to fix that. Like what they're,
I got chills.
Brushed it under the rug, switched the formulation, not really, made a big deal out of it. And, everyone would have just done without. Y'all didn't do that. You did the right thing. So for me, any bumps that have come along, I don't care. I'm in the right place at the right time with the right people that are aligned with the way I believe and want to live my life. So I so appreciate you. It really has embedded me and our team into trust in this company and sees the value of what we have.
It's amazing.
Just begun to grasp the whole
I mean, what y'all put together between the nourishment program, the workout programs, the training program, the social media program, the products, like, thank you. When God closed the door for me and Missy, the door was closed. He slammed the door and said, you know what? We was like, we've learned when God slams the door, get excited. I got cold chills because something's better is coming. And he opened the door to awaken for us. And it's like our manifest season, our prosperous season is in such full effect right now. You think I'm worried about a little hiccups from 30 days? Forget that. I mean, our commitment is to 5 years to help so many people, to help people prosper physically, mentally, financially, spiritually. We're at the right place. The birds of a feather flock together. If you can't handle the heat, you're going to get out the kitchen. But guess what? Those who can handle the heat, who want to make it happen, we're going to go strong. And this is our first convention. This is so fun and amazing. Everybody should get there, really. It's going to be such a fun time. And really, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if there's any way that you can actually get a chance to set yourself up for success, it would be getting your founders pack. I mean that. Me and Missy, we sacrificed to get ours. We did. We made a sacrifice and said, you know what? We're going to have to cut back. We're going to have to watch how we spend it. And we're going to get this. But guess what? We're never going to look back. And every week, we've never looked back. And we are just starting. Like, we're still watering and fertilizing. I'll admit, we're watering and fertilizing. That little bamboo tree, he ain't come up yet. That little bamboo, I'm watering and I'm fertilizing. But when he comes up, I'm going to flex on everybody. And I am a flex on tell you what, you know what? I kept watering and fertilizing. I kept watering and I kept believing. Because if you can't see it and you can't believe it, it's not going to happen. But I believe it and I see it and I know it to be true. And you just align with the right people. When I wake up every morning and I know Danelle Meoli's fighting for me, fighting for my business, fighting for me to have the best business I have, the best products, the best community, the best, I mean, like, I'll keep talking to people while you do all that.
You guys are going to make me cry because if anyone had a camera on me and Scott, Ashley, Rodney, and our staff, what we do every day, and this is not a pat on the back, if you really saw how much we fight and how much we work and how many hours we pull, granted, we signed up for it, but then you would understand our commitment to you guys to be successful. And I just want to say thank you. This was epic, but I would like you to close it out. I like a little song at the end. Can we just say, see you in Charleston, but with song together?
Oh, we can do that. So what's today? Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. See you in Charleston. See you in Charleston. See you in Charleston. See you in Charleston. On April 27th, I'll be there. Happy can be. My team be there.
Love you guys. Guys, have an amazing week. See you in Charleston. Can't wait to launch our new products. Thank you to everyone for being on with us tonight. And just can't wait to see where we head into in 2023 with Awakend. Love you.
I don't know what just happened. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Don't fall for this. Thanks for hanging out with me while I talk about just. I will see you in the next one.